All right. What a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. I got the blinds closed. I think it's pretty gloomy outside, actually. Yeah, it's actually pretty gloomy outside, I'm not gonna lie. So, today could be a touchy subject. My first video I talked about being bipolar, and I said I'd talk about stuff that goes along with that. And today is one of those days. First off, I wanted to say I really appreciate everybody reaching out to me and telling me they're there for me and that they love me and that they care for me and that I can get through this, and about how brave and strong I am for coming out and saying all these things. And I think it's just tough. I think I was talking to my mom about this. I think there's a stigma around mental health issues and I don't want to say disabilities, but disorders and stuff along those lines. And I feel like people don't talk about it, and if they do, there is a stigma about it. There's a problem that people have when they think about bipolar. They think about, oh, he's crazy, there's something wrong with him, that he's either really happy or psychotic. And I just think that's wrong. I think that's really wrong. I think if you're somebody that knows me, that you wouldn't be able to tell that from me. You wouldn't be like, oh, he's bipolar. No, you'd look at me and just be like, he's a normal kid. He's a normal 18-year-old teenager just living, And obviously everybody has highs and lows, but I think when people think bipolar, they think, oh, great day, I'm gonna kill somebody. It's not from there to there. It's a lot more complex than that. And I'm gonna try to open up the doors for what I go through on a daily basis and the struggles I have. And I think maybe it'll give a better perspective on what it actually looks like to be bipolar. So some problems I go through on a daily basis, things that I struggle with, it's being really confused all the time. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know where I want to go, who I want to talk to, what my day's gonna look like. And that often creates this cycle in my brain, oh, are you gonna do anything, or is there this, is there that? And once you don't know what you want to do, it leads me to the next thing. It gives you a lack of motivation. You have no motivation to do anything because you don't know what you want to do, or you don't have anything to do. Especially in this quarantine time, everybody I talk to, everybody I hang out with, they're all on quarantine. Everybody's on quarantine. And it's well, if I don't have anything to do, I don't want to do anything at all, which obviously would cause that lack of motivation. I'm sleeping in until noon, 1 a.m., or not 1 a.m., 1 p.m., and it's that's the day. You were sleeping through your day. It's 3, and I've only been up for 2 hours. That's bad. That's bad, and I'll admit it. That's a problem I have. I have a lack of motivation, and I don't want to go to sleep until I don't want to wake up. If I'm going to bed at 4, I'm not gonna wake up at 9 because I want to. I'm gonna sleep in because I feel like I want to sleep. So next thing that comes from those two things, you start to get lost in your own thoughts. You start to get you go down a really bad trail, which also connects to my fourth point, being lost. You start to get depressed. You're for me personally, I've had my ups and downs with depression, and I've luckily never gotten to a point where I wanted to self-harm, but I'm also big into Christianity, and I've always been explained to how heaven is just so peaceful, so loving, so joyful. You have no worries, you have nothing, there's nothing wrong, everything's okay. You feel that sense of peace. And I've gotten to a point where I was I just want to go to heaven. It's not I want to die, it's not I want to hurt myself. I just don't want to be here anymore, and I want that sense of peace. I want that sense of joy. And luckily now I'm not there, but it's gotten to a really bad point where I don't know where to turn. And for people that go through it or people that are curious, like, things you got to do, you got to set goals. You have to set goals, because if you don't have goals, you don't have a sense of purpose, and you start to get lost. What else can I do to fill up my time and feel a sense of purpose? Well, you can do stuff you like, if that's playing video games, playing the guitar, playing instruments, doing sports. I know sports isn't a big option right now. You play video games, you can do that. I don't know if you like to do that. If you don't, go for a run. Go do something that it fills up your time and you feel a sense of purpose. Like, another thing I like to do, I like to help other people. Like, I don't know if you've ever gotten that satisfaction of reaching out to somebody or really lending a hand where they don't have one. It makes you feel a little bit more full, because it's like, I'm setting everything aside from my life and I'm helping this person, and to see that smile on their face, whether it's a family member, your parents, your friends, somebody you don't even know, putting a smile on somebody else's face will definitely put a smile on yours. And if you, obviously we've all done something for somebody else, but if you haven't really taken into account what it does for you helping somebody else, it's amazing. And somebody else helps you, obviously you're going to be so happy. Like, you're going to be so caring, you're going to be so relieved, like, oh my gosh, somebody's trying to take the weight off my shoulders. I really appreciate that. And I think maybe not a last resort, but something you have to do is you have to talk to somebody when you start to feel that pain. Like, I know people going through bipolar, depression, anxiety. If you've talked to somebody and you've seen a doctor, you're on medication, stay on that medication. If it's not the right medication, go to your doctor, find something else, get on something that's going to help you. You're not going to get help unless you want help. You know, the saying, you can lead a camel to water, it doesn't have to drink the water, like, you're just guiding it there. So you can lead yourself all the way to all these conclusions, but if you don't go and get the help and take the help, what's the point, you know? So I hope I open the doors to a lot of misconception, I could say. I hope there's a little bit of clearness in the situation. But the next time you see somebody that's going through something, or they feel lost, or they're going through depression, anxiety, they have a mental problem, don't put a label on them. Don't look down on them. Don't talk at them. Rather, help them. Be there for them. Whatever time, space, anything they need, give it to them, because they're going through something, and it's not just them. They're not crazy. They're not soft. It's a real thing. I've been very fortunate to have a lot of people around me that support me and are reaching out to me, and they really care for me. A lot of people don't have that luxury, so if you see somebody going through something, don't label them, don't judge them. I'm not saying you have to open up your wallet and give them all your money and all your time, and just don't give them a certain stigma that they can't be them just because they're going through something else that they can't even control. I hope this was a good starter to where we're at, and where I'm at. Hope you guys have a beautiful Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, rest of the week, rest of the month, rest of the year. Hope you guys are doing awesome. I'm out. I'm not good at endings, so I'm just gonna go. I'll see you guys.